The majority of people don't give their eating order any thought. However, it may surprise you to learn that how you eat can have a significant impact on how your body uses nutrition. You can reduce the glycemic reaction to carbohydrates by eating fats and proteins first. And you can experience extreme blood glucose increases if you consume carbohydrates first. Reversing the order of your meals will cause your blood sugar levels to rise in a controlled way that your body can handle rather than in a sudden burst that it cannot handle. Usually, this is crucial for those who have PCOS. How is that accomplished? Do you have a right manner of eating certain foods? What other advantages come with consuming food in a specific order? In this video, we're going to investigate that. Stay tuned, you may be astonished by what we discover. Spike in blood glucose. First things first. What is a blood glucose rise exactly? When you eat something heavy in carbohydrates, your blood sugar level may surge. This condition is known as a glucose spike. This occurs as a result of your body converting carbs into glucose, a form of sugar. Consuming a large amount of carbohydrates at once causes your blood sugar levels to rise rapidly since you are putting more sugar into your system. For a better understanding of this idea, picture your blood sugar level when you were a small child on a trampoline. That youngster will start to leap higher on the trampoline when you eat a lot of carbohydrates. However, if you eat protein and fiber, the child will begin to bounce on the trampoline gradually. Your blood sugar level should ideally resemble the child on the trampoline who is trying to reach a steady, controlled bounce rather than a wild, uncontrollable high jump. Why does this occur? Do you know why this occurs? Consider the small intestine and stomach as a manufacturing conveyor belt. Food is broken down into tiny pieces as it passes through your digestive system, which functions as a conveyor belt. Suppose you simply eat carbohydrates like a lot of candy. All of these carbohydrates are thrown onto the conveyor belt at once. Your small intestine is the factory worker in this situation, handling the sudden and enormous influx of sweet treats. This can be quite stressful, and your blood sugar will quickly start to rise. However, if you consume some fats and proteins first, the factory worker will have plenty of raw materials to work with before the carbohydrates or candy are consumed. Because these basic materials take longer to process, the carbohydrates don't enter the system as rapidly. This helps to reduce the absorption of carbohydrates and avoids a sharp rise in blood sugar levels. Additionally, the fats and proteins encourage your body to produce more insulin, which acts as a special assistant to eliminate all of the extra glucose or sugar. Insulin ensures that blood glucose levels stay within normal limits. Thus, similar to a well-functioning factory, consuming your proteins and fats before your carbohydrates can help you maintain stable blood sugar levels. Controlling your blood sugar spikes is essential, particularly if you have PCOS. PCOS. In the US, 6–12% of women who are of reproductive age have PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. In addition to having symptoms including insulin resistance, high levels of androgens, irregular periods, acne, thinning scalp hair, and excessive facial and body hair growth, PCOS can lead to infertility. There are several ways in which elevated insulin levels may play a role in the onset of PCOS symptoms. First off, as a hormone that stores fat, excessive insulin levels have been linked to weight gain and the buildup of fat, especially in the abdomen. This may make symptoms of PCOS worse, like irregular periods and excessive hair growth. Furthermore, increased androgen production from the ovaries stimulated by elevated insulin levels can further interfere with the menstrual cycle and lead to the development of other PCOS symptoms. It's a vicious circle, then. The risk of stroke and heart attack. The risk of a heart attack and stroke can also be raised by high blood sugar levels. Because high blood sugar raises the generation of free radicals, it can harm nerves and blood vessels. These chemicals can damage blood vessel walls, causing inflammation and raising the possibility of plaque accumulation, which can result in a heart attack or stroke. Have you ever felt pain like to that of pins or needles puncturing your skin? Piercing your skin with needles or pins. High blood sugar levels can also promote inflammation in the body, which can severely damage your nerves, especially in the hands and feet. This can result in neuropathy, a disorder that can cause pain, tingling, and numbness. Diabetic illness. Elevated blood glucose levels can also harm the body by raising the risk of renal disease. The bloodstream is purified by the kidneys of waste materials and extra fluid. Renal damage and renal disease can result from high blood sugar levels damaging the small blood capillaries in the kidneys. Food ordering. Do you want to avoid these adverse effects altogether? In that case, try meal sequencing now. Do you have any prior knowledge of it? The sequence in which you eat your meals is known as food sequencing. You may support your overall health goals and feel more content and satiated by eating specific items first. Let's examine how precisely it benefits your body. It goes without saying that it regulates your blood sugar levels. Regulates your blood sugar amounts. To balance blood sugar levels and avoid abrupt spikes or drops in energy, eat low glycemic foods like vegetables and protein before high glycemic items like refined carbohydrates. The body absorbs low glycemic foods more gradually, preventing sudden spikes in blood sugar levels. On the other hand, foods high in glucose are rapidly digested and raise blood sugar levels, which might result in subsequent energy dips or crashes. This kind of food sequencing has been demonstrated to dramatically lower post-meal insulin and glucose levels. Better absorption of nutrients. Additionally, it assures you of improved nutritional absorption. Your body's ability to absorb nutrients from food can also be influenced by the way you eat. Because you're not as hungry when you eat a salad before your main course, you may be more likely to absorb the vitamins and minerals in the salad. However, since you are already full, you may absorb fewer nutrients if you eat the salad after your main dish. The gastrointestinal tract's production of specific enzymes and hormones affects how well your body absorbs nutrients. These enzymes and hormones are influenced by the amount and kind of food you eat as well as the time of day that you eat. Controls hunger, fullness, and weight. It significantly affects your hunger, feelings of fullness, and weight management as well. Consider consuming a low-calorie appetizer prior to your main meal. You may eat less in general and feel less hungry. However, you will probably eat more if you skip the appetizer and go right to the main course. The sequence in which you eat can have an impact on the hormones that regulate feelings of hunger and fullness. Early in the meal, consuming foods high in protein can boost the production of the hormone cholecystokinin, which can aid in feeling content and full. High-fat meals can raise the hormone ghrelin's release later in the meal, which might pique appetite. You can feel full and invigorated on less calories by beginning your meals with an abundance of fiber veggies, followed by lean protein and healthy fats. This can encourage healthy weight loss by assisting with portion control and mindful eating. Overindulging in food. Second, it prevents overindulging in food. Do you feel bad after consuming a large amount of desserts? Try sequencing your meals. The hormone PYY is released more when high-protein foods are consumed early in the meal, which can make you feel fuller and less likely to crave more food. Desserts are always offered as the last course of the meal because of this. Now that you've learned a little bit about how your body may be impacted by the order in which you eat, here are some general guidelines to help you choose a better eating schedule. Fiber powder foods initially. Always start with foods high in fiber. Fiber can be found in plant-based foods such as grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables. It goes through the digestive tract essentially undigested since your body does not break it down. Foods high in fiber have a tendency to be bulkier and require more time to digest, which might cause the stomach to empty more slowly. We call this gastric emptying. Food that stays in the stomach for an extended period of time may cause the small intestine to absorb glucose more slowly. Salads are a great example of a high-fiber food that can help with digestion because they lower the chance of developing certain chronic illnesses and aid in weight management. To prevent gastrointestinal discomfort and give the body time to acclimate, it's crucial to increase fiber intake gradually. It's now time to arm your body with protein. Power of protein. Meat, dairy, and bean proteins can slow down the pace at which the stomach empties. A hormone known as glucagon-like peptide 1, GLP-1, is released by small intestinal cells in response to protein. The body's glucose levels are regulated by this hormone. It has the ability to both raise and reduce the synthesis of the hormone glucagon, which aids in blood sugar regulation. Moreover, GLP-1 receptor agonists are found in drugs that treat type 2 diabetes. By stimulating the GLP-1 receptor, these drugs help to better regulate blood sugar levels. It's a fantastic medication for those who have type 2 diabetes. They are typically prescribed by doctors in conjunction with other therapies including medicine and lifestyle modifications. Furthermore, a study found that consuming a whey protein shake half an hour before eating mashed potatoes significantly decreased the pace at which the stomach cleared. Save the candy for last. Now let's go on and reserve the candy for last. It's surprising to learn that a healthy diet can include sweets in moderation, but only if you indulge in them after dinner. Staying hydrated is vital. Finally, remember to drink plenty of water. Without a doubt, the best beverage is water. It's the finest calorie-free beverage for supporting all aspects of health, including energy, digestion, and mental clarity. That being said, staying hydrated is essential. Drinking water can help your body run like a well-oiled machine, much like a magic elixir. Are you, however, getting enough? Watch 8 health benefits of drinking water or 16 important signs you're not drinking enough water to find out more. Proceed now. Check out one, or better yet, watch both, to learn why you ought to consume more water. Did you ever attempt food sequencing? Tell us in the comments section below.